So, hi Sophie.
Hi.
Welcome to Levitas, our London clinic. I'm very pleased that you've attended. It's a great opportunity for me to talk to you about one of your wonderful Nanosol product lines, the HINNAO range. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey that took you down the HINNAO route.
Yeah, so actually I did a bit of an interesting health journey myself. So I'm 44 now, and as I was reaching 40, I used to do a lot of activities, climbing, skiing, kite surfing, and actually had, it wasn't an accident, but I injured my back
Right.
whilst climbing, which actually paralysed my leg. I slipped a
Goodness.
disc so badly that the foot dropped and I couldn't walk. And from that point on, really, when I started to realise I need to start healing myself, you know, I
Right.
can't just rely on doctors. I need to look at rehabbing myself, and there was a number of different things that started going wrong in my body at that time. Obviously, I had nerve damage, and I heard about glutathione, and one of my friends said the best way to take glutathione is to have an IV
Yes.
because it's a very fragile molecule.
Correct.
And glutathione, obviously, our bodies produce naturally,
Yes.
but it can deplete, especially if the body's really stressed.
Yes.
So I started going for glutathione IVs, and I noticed, it was helping. And there are studies out there to suggest that it also helps with nerve damage and
Right.
helps to repair it, and also to prevent further injury. So obviously, as you know, IVs can be quite expensive.
Yes.
And you can only maybe have them like once a week, max. So I started looking into different ways, hoping that I could find a supplement, and soon realised that actually you can't really supplement orally with glutathione because not only does it degrade on the shelf,
Yes.
but it also degrades when you take it into the stomach and naturally degrades by the stomach acids. So I started doing some research and found out about this company with this scientists who had PhDs in nanotechnology and also liposomal technology.
Right.
And they'd actually managed to nanocise glutathione and also encapsulate it in an MCT oil and then stabilise it so that it would stay stable for up to 2 years shelf life. So I started taking this product and then just started to notice I could keep my glutathione levels up on a daily basis. And that's really how the journey started.
Interesting.
And so it was really kind of like a personal journey to find these products.
Yes, and I guess the word nanocell means very small.
Yeah.
And being stabilized in the oil, it can be absorbed through the mouth, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So actually, there are a lot of liposomal supplements on the market, but in fact, a lot of them are taken orally straight into the stomach again. And so with these particular drops, these liquid drops, they have reduced them to such a size that they actually absorb through the mucous membrane, so the tiny little blood vessels under the tongue, and they go straight into the bloodstream.
Amazing.
So and they also have a different manufacturing process as well to standard liposomes.
Yeah.
So they don't actually encapsulate their products with water. They don't use water in their phospholipid.
Right.
So if you imagine the phospholipid, which is an oil carrier, which they use, it's an MCT oil. It acts exactly like a human cell, like a cell membrane, and it protects the active ingredient.
Yes.
And once it's in the body, that's when it breaks down and starts to enter the body and the cells.
That's very interesting. Yes, of course, we know that the cell protection wall is phospholipids and the choline, etc. So what you've done is create a product that mimics that bio-identical process.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what's interesting about HINNAO Technology as well is that it was formed by a team of nutritionalists, PhD scientists who specialise in nano and lipid solutions, and also pharmacists who've all got about 40 years plus experience. And what they really focused on over the first few years of development was testing these products.
Wonderful.
And the main two goals were stabilising them and the rapid absorption. So they've got all these studies to show that the absorption of the active ingredient is actually within seconds. So with normal supplements, you know, you're looking at hours before it's digested.
Yes. And of course, that if the gut's working correctly, which we know that most of our guts are broken by virtue of the gut-brain axis and the stress.
Exactly.
So this is excellent. So basically, nanocell technology is one of the sort of unique selling points of the HINNAO range.
Yeah.
And what we're now going to do is visit some of the products that you make for this. So
Yeah,
thank you for that.
fantastic.